So the MACC officers who interrogated the late Teo Beng Hawk, there are suggestions, that these officers should be charged in court for culpable homicide not amounting to murder or for any other related offences. What is your personal view on this?
Right. The Commission itself, the RCI themselves did not suggest this. It is some quarters, and I think it's limited quarters in public, that seems to want some blood from the officers of the MACC. My personal view is that even if, assuming there are elements of some hard interrogation, we found on record there are no physical factors, physical elements that has been used on Teo Beng Hawk. There are no evidence of that sort. In fact, the clearest evidence you can have is when the Commission themselves found as a fact that at about 12:45 a.m., which was on the 16th, Teo Beng Hawk had a chance of meeting a colleague of his by the name of Lee Wai Wing. And they were together. All that Teo Beng Hawk complained to Lee Wai Wing was that he regretted that his handphone and his laptop was taken by the MACC. He regretted that he had to give the password of his email to the MACC. He volunteered and gave them, and he said that he then questioned whether certain questions that were posed to him by the MACC officers were in fact accurate or not. Now, you will see.
So he was worried?
He was worried.
Yeah.
Things were rushing in his mind. But he never complained to Lee Wai Wing that he was manhandled or that he was being forced to say something which he did not want to say. Okay. This is close to 1 a.m. Mind you, he was found to have perhaps died between 7 a.m. to about 11. I personally think it was closer to 7 a.m., maybe even between 6 and to 7. Now, it's only a few hours before, after he has met this Lee Wai Wing, who he trusted because there's a fellow, a colleague of his. And that's all that he complained. So I tend to think that this is where I depart a little from the Commission. I agree with the Commission about the finding that it is suicide. But the reason why Teo Beng Hawk committed suicide, I depart from the Commission.
So you depart from the reason that he was pressured during interrogation and that led to him committing suicide.
Yes. I wouldn't say that he wasn't pressured. That the Commission has got some evidence to conclude. I may have a different point of view, but the Commission, I cannot say the Commission was wrong to conclude that there was some element of pressure. But I certainly would disagree that the interrogation per se alone would have led Teo Beng Hawk to commit suicide. I have not come across any case, no matter how weak a person is, that merely because he's interrogated or accused of certain thing as a witness, he took the next step by jumping out of the window. I suspect it is the worry that Teo Beng Hawk had in relation to the investigation that was being undertaken, because there were incriminating evidence that was found in his laptop. And this Ford document, for instance, was merely the tip of the iceberg. If you go any further, you will uncover not merely involvement of Teo Beng Hawk, it would be involvement of certain institution, it will be involvement of certain senior personalities that is senior to Teo Beng Hawk. Teo Beng Hawk held the key to the entire investigation.
So do you